To bring back everyone Thanos had erased, Banner volunteered to put on the Infinity Gauntlet. The moment it locked around his right hand, a massive surge of gamma energy tore through his body, scorching his arm non-stop. But thanks to his incredible willpower, Banner managed to endure it. He dropped to one knee, and with everything he had left, snapped his fingers. As soon as it was done, Tony rushed over to cool Banner down. The doors of the compound slowly opened. Life began returning outside, and Hawkeye suddenly received a call from his wife. There was no doubt about it. They had succeeded. But before anyone could celebrate, Banner noticed something terrifying. A massive warship hovering above the compound. The next second, a barrage of missiles rained down. The Avengers compound was instantly blown to pieces. It turned out that the nebula from the past had already infiltrated the base and used the quantum tunnel to bring Thanos and his entire army into the present. Now the Avengers were trapped beneath the rubble. In the middle of the chaos, a shrunken Ant-Man desperately searched for Banner, while Hawkeye unexpectedly ended up with the Infinity Gauntlet. Determined to keep it out of enemy hands, he raced through the wreckage with Thanos' forces right behind him, pushing himself to the limit until he finally collapsed from exhaustion. Meanwhile, Tony, Captain America, and Thor finally regrouped. Thanos sat calmly in the distance, completely unfazed, and Thor immediately went all out. A bolt of lightning crashed down from the sky as he summoned Mjolnir into one hand and Stormbreaker into the other, instantly entering full battle mode. Yet even with the Avengers' three biggest hitters standing against him, Thanos showed no fear. He admitted that his greatest mistake had been showing mercy. This time, he wasn't just going to wipe out all life on Earth. He planned to use the Infinity Stones to create an entirely new universe. That was all the three heroes needed to hear. Without another word, they attacked Thanos from different directions. Tony and Thor even combined their powers for a devastating attack. But Thanos still managed to shut it down. Thor tried to summon Mjolnir for another strike, only for Thanos to grab Tony and use him as a shield. Captain America was sent flying moments later. Then Thanos overwhelmed Thor in close combat, slamming him into the rubble and beating him relentlessly. Thor tried to call Stormbreaker back, but Thanos intercepted it in midair. Just as the axe was about to come crashing down, Mjolnir suddenly flew across the battlefield. Captain America had been worthy all along. With his shield in one hand and Mjolnir in the other, Cap unleashed a brutal combination of hammer and shield strikes, forcing Thanos backward. Then he called down lightning, wielding the power of a god in the body of a mortal. But the gap between them was still too great. Thanos eventually found an opening and took Cap down, injuring his leg before repeatedly hacking at his vibranium shield with his double-edged sword until the supposedly indestructible shield was shattered. By now, Captain America was battered and bleeding, and standing before him was the full force of Thanos' army. But Cap refused to back down. Struggling to his feet, he tightened the strap on his broken shield and stood alone at the front of the battlefield, ready to face an entire army by himself. Just when it seemed like the outcome had already been decided, a familiar voice came through his earpiece.
On your left.
Then, one by one, glowing portals began opening across the battlefield. Black Panther, Falcon, Doctor Strange, Star-Lord, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and every other hero who had vanished returned. More and more reinforcements poured through the portals until the battlefield was filled with heroes once again. At that moment, both sides had finally assembled their full forces, and the biggest, most explosive final battle in Marvel history was about to begin.
Assemble.